Alright, now that we've built such a cool trivia app, we need to tell users about it. So we're going to add a menu that contains an About item that will navigate us to an About destination. Yes, Android has menus. The most common menu you'll see is the Overflow menu, which on modern devices appears in the action bar. Very old Android devices actually had a menu key, to which we tied something we called the Options menu, but there was no indication that a menu existed on the screen. We created the three-dotted Overflow menu so that users would know that there were menu options available, to have somewhere to go when we choose About in the menu. Let's add an About fragment to the navigation graph. It will have an ID of About fragment. We'll name it with the title About Trivia string. Now let's make our menu. Menus are created from Menu XML resources. To create a menu, right-click on the Res folder and select New Android Resource File. We'll call this one Overflow Menu, with resource type of Menu. Here's our new empty menu. Now we can select the Design tab and drag a menu item from the palette into the component tree. Then we can edit its attributes. For now, we're just going to concern ourselves with the ID and title. For ID, we'll select About Fragment, which is the ID of the fragment destination we just added to the navigation editor. This will tell navigation which destination we want to navigate to, so it's important to match the ID exactly. If the ID doesn't match a destination, the menu won't navigate. For the title, we'll use the pre-existing About string. So we've successfully added a menu resource, but now we need to make it appear somewhere. If we put the menu in our activity, it would appear everywhere in the app, but we'll just put it into our title fragment. First, we need to tell Android that we're going to have a menu associated with our title fragment by adding set has options menu true, which we'll do in the title fragments on create view. Menus are created in a method called onCreateOptionsMenu, which you override, and I'll do that now. Much like layouts, you inflate menus. As you can see, there's this menu inflator, so I'll use that to inflate my menu using the one-liner. When a menu item is selected, the fragment's onOptionsItem selected method will be called. In order to make us navigate to the About fragment, Navigation UI has a function that can help us. We call Navigation UI onNavDestinationSelected. If the Navigation UI doesn't handle the selection, we'll call super onOptionsItemSelected with the menu item, which allows your app to directly handle the menu item without navigating. We could have a menu item that selected different numbers of questions, for example. But we're just using menus for navigation, so we're done with this task. We have a menu on our title fragment that navigates to our About fragment. But wait a minute. You may have noticed that we didn't have to create an action connecting title fragment to About fragment. Menus are often used to navigate from more than one destination, and there's no way to specify different menu actions for each destination to navigate from. So when we use menus, we usually navigate directly to destinations rather than use actions. It's perfect for our About fragment.